And we're live. I was going through all my little media section there to do an intro, and none of them are Mental Health Monday appropriate intros. So we just have no intro.
No, you don't say.
But good morning, everybody. How's everyone doing? Stevie was up at 2:04.
Dang.
Gon's at 3. Marco at 3. Joe.
Yo.
That's good. Groundhog and Shady. Henry. Hey, you know, I'm seeing... Well, I don't know. I wonder if our names, because all the names have been getting screwed up on live streams.
Oh,
it's just Cheeto Bandito instead of Flock of Cheetos on here.
Oh, yeah, I see that. Yeah, it's giving you all their ads.
I'm going to have to check. Did ours get screwed up?
That's interesting.
Javon's curse head our direction. I'm going to check real quick. Let's see.
What's going on, guys? Drizzy, I was reading your comments earlier about you feeling better and getting back to taking care of yourself. I'm super proud of you, dude. That's awesome. That's one of the hardest steps after what you've been through. So, super proud of you, dude. Keep it up.
I was going to use as a starting point here. But let me say hello.
Yeah.
Burnt Relic. Ouchie. Guns. Shady. Trouble Bunny. Good morning.
Hey. I think I saw before I took off my glasses, Donnie.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. What up, Donnie?
There we go. Good morning. There we go. Listening from the dental chair. Oh, hello, Mr. Dentist. Drill fast and drill hard. No Novocaine. Just go for it.
Ooh. Gotta at least have a local.
Use the old caveman technique. A big old hammer.
Ooh. Hey, Lauren. What's up, dude? Fed? What's going on?
The ads are hitting the...
Really?
We don't usually use those videos here, but because of the way you used it, I'm digging it. Getting the motorized channels.
Just for that, you guys get to watch me blow my nose.
Lauren, how you doing? Working on a leather wallet and streaming on the TV. Heck yeah.
Oh, nice. I didn't know you did leather work, Trouble Bunny.
Me either. You're going to have to show us some.
Yeah.
Gonna flatten a bunch of tie. I have to buy a $1,000 fire extinguisher before continuing the black Timascus.
Yeah, I can see that. The black Timascus, is that mixed with Zerk?
Zerk.
Yeah. I'm assuming so.
I remember people talking about that stuff as like just hot metal that starts everything on fire.
It can turn itself on fire, from what I've heard.
Heck yeah, Trouble Bunny, do it. Paul Mills, good morning. The mix is worse than zinc alone.
Oh, dang.
Dang. But Dr. Drew Dude, I'm proud of you here. Definitely proud. The motivation is one of the hardest things to overcome, to get started on your journey to whatever it is you're doing. For me, it's usually something health, losing weight related, but it doesn't always have to be. But Drew, proud of you. What helped you feel motivated? People are looking for tips and tricks.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Me in the summer, I tend to lose motivation because I don't have a sense of schedule anymore.
The structure, right?
Yeah, my brain is one of structure, and I lose it during the summer. So that's why I was telling you before the live, I've been having trouble sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
I came up with a theory, and it seems to work in my brain, that some people are born to be morning people. And I think it has to do with the old days where you would have your day guardsmen and your night watchmen. My body is a night watchman guy. I would always, my body reverts to nighttime. And that's what I like. I'll stay up all night and be happy. Like I told you, this body was never meant to see the sun. Sheer, good morning.
What up, Sheer?
But yeah, so motivation is a tough one.
Oh, heck yeah.
Ghost Malone.
Yo, what up, Ghosty?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
For me, like we were talking a little bit before this. I'm kind of similar in that, like, my bedtime routinely is like 2:00 in the morning, 3:00 in the morning. But my stupid brain still wakes me up at 8. So I consider myself like a night owl, but I'm a bit of a day walker because I can wake up early and still function.
Kathleen, good morning.
Hey,
you want cherries? I made him a cover for his books. My hobby is the best thing for my mental health. I've seen the progress and feeling motivated as things come together. Heck yeah.
Mm-hmm. Dude, speaking of motivation, I think that she hit on something that's actually really important in terms of like gaining momentum with motivation. I'm as I've mentioned before, like I have ADD and depression. Those are my two burdens in life. ADD also, that combination tends to instill a lot of like existential dread, which is always fun too. And I found the way to not dwell and get things moving is to have like small wins and small projects. You know, when you get started, like, oh, I'm gonna fix this, and then oh, I'm gonna build that, and then oh, I'm gonna make this. When you start like getting those sequence of wins, it really helps to build your like larger scale sense of motivation, you know, because you see that like progress is possible.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Burnt relic. Chemtrail trash. It's just vapor from airplanes, brah. Tina Turner.
Tina!
If I woke up as late as 8 a.m., it would be way too hot. And see, my body would, I could sleep through the day. But, you know, that's staying up all night. Triple D been trying to do the same thing as well. Just been all around a healthier person, getting out of my marriage and not being miserable. Heck yes. And, you know, for me, I read a thing, and it helps. How you start the day is how it's going to set the mood for the day. So, like, I would wake up, just be in my jammies, lounging, and that's how the day goes. But if you wake up and immediately get ready, and, like, you got your new clothes on, you got your hair did, that's how the day is going to go. You feel like you're already ready to go and do something. And that's actually been helping me because I noticed if I woke up and just came down, sat on the couch, I'd be there all day.
Yeah.
Like today, I took my shower to come do this, and I got my home health later, but I feel ready to go.
Nice.
Use little goals to build big goals.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what we do in OT as well. We have long-term goals but you hit a bunch of short-term goals along the way.
Mm-hmm.
And it does work. The thought of existing forever, reincarnating, or living the same life over terrifies the crap out of my psyche.
Mm. Well, the beauty of that is if you do get reincarnated, we don't seem to have any memory of it. So you wouldn't know. If there are people out there that have been, it doesn't seem like they know, because I think that would be like global news. People would be talking about all of the crazy stuff they did in their past, So at least you have, it seems like, some insurance against that. I could be wrong, though. I don't know.
Patina, it's already 102 degrees here.
Oh, Jesus.
I like to have stopping points built into my project. It's a short-term goal I aim to reach and then feel good when I hit that spot. Heck yes. That's a key for a lot of people, I think. Those little short-term goals.
Yeah. Like this was an issue for me for many years before I actually identified it. Like, when you talk to people, or at least like the people in my life that I've talked to, and my mom was a big one, God rest her soul, that when she completed a task, she explained to me, she got a very distinctive, like, serotonin or dopamine rush from it, So like she had a feeling wash over her of accomplishment, and I never had that. If I made my to-do list and I got through it, it was more like I was slogging through a difficult task, and when I got done, it was just like, okay, cool, I'm done. I can finally watch TV. You know what I mean? There was no reward system like built into my brain chemistry. So setting like small goals and just finding satisfaction in getting those things done helped me to develop that for other tasks, like taking out the trash or doing laundry and the dishes. It's like, it's not fun, it's not sexy, but like, you need to do it, and you need some motivation to like get it done on some levels, like as an adult,
And starting with a shorter list during the day. Because for me, if I have a huge to-do list, that feeling of like, oh crap, I got so much to do, and then I just won't even start it. Like, I'm never gonna get through this. What's the point of even trying? Yeah. But if you bust it out into like 2 things, 3 things, however many.
I was just about to say exactly that. You nailed it on the head. I tell myself I can get 2 to 3 big things done in a day. I can do a lot of little small, like, quick tasks, but the goal is to get 2 to 3 big things done a day. And that keeps me on track, no matter how crazy the list is,
TKE, Lone Wolf, good morning, Mr. Kyle.
What up, Kyle? Babies. What up, hey, man?
And some people, you don't even have to do the big things. Sometimes it's those few little things that are enough. There's people who have such severe depression, ADHD, like the thought of doing those dishes that Kyle avoids.
Yeah.
It ruins their whole day. But if you just do the first step, put dishes away instead of like, I got to do all the dishes. Step 1, put away. Step 2, wash. Step 3, turn on the dishwasher. Even breaking in one task into little ones helps a lot of people.
Yeah. Kathleen, real quick, the definition of big and small things to me, big things are going to take like hour to 2 hours, or more. Small things is stuff that I can get done in 10, 15, 30, even an hour, is smaller. But like packing orders would be an example of a big thing, that's going to take like 2-3 hour commitment right off the bat, so.
Yeah, everyone's going to have their own definition of big and small.
Yeah.
Like I was saying earlier, some person's definition of big is the whole step of doing dishes, and other people's is like, I got a business to run. I got to make it run smoothly today. Mine changes day to day. Like today, my big task is do my home health later, and this. Tomorrow it might be straighten up my living room because these boys is crazy.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Burton Relic, I don't believe that. You do have joys and you do have goals. A person who can do that kind of woodworking that you do, that you don't form that out of hate. I think that comes from a place of joy. Maybe it relaxes you. But the skills you put into that, and then the joys of giving them to someone, whether selling it or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely.
See, Lone Wolf, I hope you are feeling better, but find like one tiny thing to do today.
Yeah.
And then what we're chasing is what Papa said. Those positive chemicals. What is it? Dopamine, serotonin.
Yeah, the happy fun time chemicals.
Yes. Just one little thing. Blunderbuss Goods. How you doing? Work and lurk. Have to go crush the day. See, he's got a big task.
Oh, and another part of it, Ron. One of the other things that comes with that that should also be mentioned is to be kind to yourself in the process, right? Like if you don't get the tasks done that you set out for the day, it's okay. It doesn't make you a piece of crap. It doesn't make you less than. It doesn't make you incapable. You have to be forgiving of yourself and say like, okay, well, I tried. Today I didn't get through what I wanted to get through. Tomorrow's a new day, and I'm going to focus on trying to get that stuff done. I'll give you a perfect example, okay? You guys have no concept, but my desk is an absolute mess right now. It's because I've been sick and I just let shit pile up. I mean, I probably have 20 odd knives, stacks of paper, cameras, batteries, a whole bunch of crap, and I haven't even had the mental space to like deal with it because I'm trying to deal with the more important stuff, like the higher priority stuff. And I still have enough room to do what I need to do on my desk. So I just live with it. And I'm okay with that. It's like, okay, I didn't get to this today, but it's on my list tomorrow. Okay. I didn't get it done the next day. Well, it goes to the next day. And it's not something that I feel bad about. It's just like, okay, I'm getting my other priorities done. Those need attention now. I'll get to my desk and I'll return the calm very soon, and that's it. That's life. You know what I mean? Like, don't be hard on yourself in the process is all I'm trying to say.
Yep. Give yourself wiggle room.
Yeah.
That's one thing I had to learn as well. And ouchie. I feel that. Wiggle room. I want to play your motor video because there's lots of wiggling in there. Trouble Bunny, one thing I do is I put on a song on YouTube to do dishes, and I try to beat the time of that song.
Oh, nice.
So that helps me do that. I hate doing dishes, but my reason is different than most people. Counters are at the perfect height to where I have to lean forward just enough till my back hurts. So I try not to do it.
That's really the issue, like with dishes, when you have like a lot to do. It's just, so draining to just stand there. I'm like,
It's slightly hunched over.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Travellini, how you doing? Check. Much better. Bro said I couldn't. Oh, missed that one. Mr. Jernick.
Hey.
See, that's one small step for man.
Yeah, dude. Sometimes that's all you need, man.
Yep. Exactly. Let's find your desks. I have 2 computer desks right now piled. Yeah, you said that, and I looked. Mine is not bueno either.
Dude. Okay, here. Just to make you guys feel better. I would never show stuff like this normally. But this is like this side, just a pile of crap and like just garbage and stuff all over, you know. And it's not just here. I have the other area where I go and I pack all of my orders and stuff that's still disorganized from getting ready for Blade Show, you know. So
I guess much like the big task, little task, our definitions of cluttered are different. Cause that ain't nothing compared to what I got going on.
look at just like right there. I mean,
I could see desk.
I don't know, man. Like, it's
yeah, Papa Rhino.
Yeah. Oh yeah, good for you, dude.
You move in on the 7th. Oh, that's quick. But heck yeah. 5-bedroom home. Heck yeah. Stella, I think, has been working. A few of us have reached out, but yeah, nobody's heard from her really.
Yeah,
Salvo Zen, how you doing? Today's big task is mow the lawn. I know I'll feel better after doing it. Doesn't help now though.
Yeah.
And I won't feel better after doing it. You will a little bit, just the accomplishment part, but pushing a lawnmower through grass in the heat,
Yeah.
you'd never feel good. Aries, taking a quick break. Well, good morning.
Hey, what's up, Aries?
Roman, how you doing, Roman?
Oh man, what's up, dude?
And Kelly. I can't wait for you to get started. I still need to find those other pictures. I think they're in here. Now I have to check. Yep, there they are. I gotta send them when you're ready. I'm gonna put those to the side again. But how you doing, Roman? Challenge everyone to spend only 5 minutes today on a task, maybe cleaning some of your desk, cleaning up the kitchen that you've been putting off. 5 minutes.
It's true. It works.
It's a good challenge. That's everyone's homework today. If that's what you're struggling with. Some people don't have that problem. They can just get stuff done.
Yeah. Dude, my dad is a guy like that. He has the opposite problem, where the dude doesn't know how to take a break, and he doesn't know how to essentially relax, you know? So he'll sit and he'll work like a 70-hour week, you know, as an older gentleman, and then he comes home and he's like, oh, I need to work in the yard at like, you know, 11 a.m. when it's like 90 degrees outside, you know, and he's out there in like pants and like a short sleeve shirt, but it's like, dude, he's boiling, you know. And then he's like, okay, let's meet up, let's go for lunch. And then when we're coming back from lunch, he's like, oh, I need to stop by here, here, here. You know, it's like he just goes and goes and goes until he passes out, basically. And like he needs to find a different kind of balance.
Maybe that's what he likes, though.
He does, but then he complains about being exhausted and burnt out and tired all the time.
And Lone Wolf, you got some clutter, but you saw what I had going on. But I'm not trying to compete for the worst desk award, but I think it's you got a good starting place there, Lone Wolf, though, to put some of those knives away that you weren't flicking today. That's a good little baby step.
Yeah.
She didn't say less than 5 minutes. She said 5 minutes. Maid shows up.
That, by the way, especially if you're depressed, don't scoff at that. When I was going through a really serious bout of depression after my mom passed, I hired somebody to come clean, because that is one of my expressions of depression. I stopped kind of taking care of my living environment, and knowing that and then having a solution for that helped to prevent me from going deeper. Was it cheap? No. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I look at it and I say, that genuinely helped my day-to-day mental health in the beginning, you know? Because it was one less thing that I had to like look around and say, oh, you're a piece of crap for not dealing with this or for not taking care of this. So I think it was like $80 for them to come and clean the place, you know, my apartment at the time. And I did that every like 2 weeks. So 160 a month. I've spent 160 a month on far stupider things. So I felt that was a good, if you're going through it, it can help. Just throwing that out there. And there are cheaper options.
Mimo, good morning. How are you? And where have you been?
Mimo.
Hello, Mimo. Have a good day. Hey, man. Scott Ann, good morning.
Yo.
They will sneak out. Papa, yes. 0 Bites, how you doing? Good morning.
0.
There you go. If someone wants a Grismo and just has to clean, go
There
get
you
them.
Yeah, that's you know, if you ask around, you'd be surprised. There may be people who know people who will do it for cheaper. You know what I mean? I paid that much because I didn't know anybody, and I had to go through like a full-blown service, right? But like around here, like in the town that I live, there's a lot of people who do those jobs and they do it like for cash. It's not like part of a bigger service. And you know, if you just ask around, you'd be surprised. Somebody probably knows somebody, you know. So you don't have to go the expensive route for sure.
Heck yeah, 0 Bites.
Ooh, what kind of mushrooms do you grow, dude?
Probably Button. Mimo, how you been? And what is everyone here? What is your short-term goals that you do? How do you guys get started? For me, like I said, it was taking the shower. Someone said making the bed right away. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Your first sense of accomplishment, they said. You wake up, you do a task immediately.
I think that there is some psychological basis for that. I don't know. I've definitely heard Jordan Peterson on the YouTube shorts talking about that. But I think there may have been some study. Don't quote me. I'm not knowledgeable.
Gourmet, lion's mane, blue chestnut, some silly ones.
Very cool.
That's awesome, though. Yeah.
I am a big mushroom fan.
Vent away, Lone Wolf. That's kind of one reason we started.
Yeah.
A lot of have well, everyone's got an issue or 2 or 7 or 9 or however many.
Yep.
And there's not a lot of places to take those issues. We're not professionals by any means, but we just have a little open window outlet. Scream into it.
And honestly, this is one thing that I really wish our society would stop doing. There shouldn't be a value judgment on issues, right? Like, everybody is their own little country, island, whatever. The issues that are endemic to you are the most important thing in the world because they're affecting you.
Yep.
You know? And people like to get into this competitiveness over like, oh, I suffered more, versus you, so I deserve this and that. Everybody deserves equal care. Everybody deserves equally like a sense of wellness, and joy and happiness and all of that stuff, right? Like, there is no value judgment on issues. Every single issue is important, period.
Yep. And you got to find a good outlet. This is our first in a while.
Yeah.
Mine for a while was just endlessly buying knives, budget stuff, and doing that late night bored browsing.
Mm-hmm.
You're hitting checkout, and you'd be excited for it to come, and then you'd open the box. You'd be like, "Man, that's cool," and then you wouldn't look at it ever again. You'd be waiting for the next one, and that's why I stopped buying so many. Yeah. Although I have bought some, like the Aurelia, still brings me a thrill. The ZT. There's a few out there, but a lot of the budget stuff I have was because of that. Trying to fill a hole in a people are going to take that wrong, but yeah.
Yeah.
So oh, sorry.
No. I was disagreeing.
What's everyone's one-step thing? Sounds like Kyle and Mimo were talking about sharpening. Yeah. So one of my issues also is I have stuff like filmed, ready to be released, but I just never released them.
Why?
See, I knew it. I don't know why. Blue.
Are you thinking that it's not up to a certain level of quality, or?
Oh, no. There's no quality to be had on this channel, my friend. Rocky.
What up, Rocky?
I don't know why. I always say on Monday, I'm going to do it. Today's Monday, but I always say on Monday, I'm going to do it. And then I'm going to do one every day. I even said that. I'm going to do a video every day through my collection. And then Monday comes and goes. And because in my mind I said I'm going to start it on a Monday, it's Tuesday, I'm always like, I'll wait till next Monday.
Oh yeah. Yep. I know that logic path.
I'm just dumb. Lone Wolf says hi to everyone. Really good. He gets those burrs out of you.
And my one thing that I've got to get done today is I need to put together this sales sheet, or finish this sales sheet, so I can send it off to retailers and distributors.
Fancy.
And I am partially procrastinating on it because it's a big step and it's a big shift for me. And part of me is a little afraid of the rejection, if I'm honest, and I know none of that stuff really matters intellectually, but it doesn't stop the anxiety of like sitting down and doing it, So even though I have everything I need, I've got great advice from Kyle, I've got great pictures, like all of this stuff. It's like I feel it a little bit in the chest, and believe it or not, I deal with that every time I'm doing like the next big step for the business. I get this feeling whenever I do my next prototypes, and it's just something that I have to like contend with, that I don't show, or I don't really talk about, but I'm nervous and anxious like every time,
There you go.
Exactly. 100%.
Yay, Stevie. Did he use a hammer on you?
Did he hammer you?
So what's everyone's short-term goal for today? One of the worst parts about my job is all the paperwork, so I've got a lot of that.
Oh, Mimo. Oh, Mimo. That's dark.
Nemo's not been in our lives, and I have missed it.
Yeah.
Where have you been, Nemo?
Dude, we miss you, Mimo. Oh, man.
Get caught up on emails and place orders. Heck yeah. See, that's good.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Today's the last day of the month, so it's always like paperwork day. It's when I gotta do the billing for all the therapies I do. So it's always just a boring slog. Lots of writing.
Oh, I can imagine.
Which, Sharif, we were talking about it yesterday. This is actually the best pen ever created.
Precision VSRT. Okay.
P5. You guys can talk about your high-end, fancy Nordingham whatever pens.
Oh, believe it or not, for me,
are the best.
This is my favorite. This is a Uniball Power Tank, and it uses a pressurized cartridge. But this is the one that I always go back to for everything.
Looks nice. And Lone Wolf, that reminds me, I also have similar goals. When I was going to work before summer, I was doing a walk every day, and then I'd come home and hit my bike like a stationary bike type deal. And I ain't done any of that. The weight's still going down. Just I haven't done any of that. So Lone Wolf, I shall add that to my list. And Arshir, that's a good goal right there. Especially the coming home part. Work in front of a 3-foot grill and a 450-degree oven and not pass out. Whew.
Yeah, that's intense.
You chefs, you and Papa. Oh, no thank you.
Brutal.
They always say if you can't handle the heat, get out of the kitchen. I never go in the kitchen.
Yep.
Crispy, I hope you're doing all right, my friend.
Oh, what up, Crispy? Much love, brother. Much love. Hope everything is all right. I know it's not, but I hope you're all right, man.
Push out my next appointment a few months.
Wow.
Ooh.
Yeah, that deserves a certain amount of violence.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Just don't be so poor, Stevie.
Yeah, what the hell, man?
Zebra 301, nice. Sharpie gel pens, those are good. My favorite Sharpie is actually that disappeared because everyone likes it, that Milwaukee. But I mean, that's not a pen. I don't know where that one went. Cleaned moss off the roof for a couple hours this morning. Heck yeah, Mimo. Gotta run. See, Patina's hitting those small tasks.
Oh, yes.
Need a pen/ink. I don't know. I like this one.
That's a good question. That doesn't wipe off with 70% isopropyl alcohol. I don't know if I tend to not like the gels because they can smear a lot of but Iggy,
my dude. Hello, Iggy. Good morning. Good morning, Nick.
Yo, what up, Nick?
Driving and listening. Heck yeah. Sorry, you were talking.
Oh no, nothing important. I was just saying I'm not
it's
sure.
Important for them.
Yeah. The short answer is I don't really know what the solution is.
Fair enough. Joe Isabella just got done unpacking my mom's car for her. Now I need a vacation too. Heck yeah.
Ooh.
Heck yeah. See, he got that sense of accomplishment. Now he needs a vacation.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
Joe's he's always making cool stuff. He gets to feel accomplished a lot, I bet.
Yeah. Oh, Joe, you may appreciate this. I don't know how much you appreciate other people's stuff. I haven't shown this before, but
you will appreciate it, Joe.
I picked this up in Blade from my boy Flying Shark Knives. He made these big worry stones.
Can I have it for free?
Ooh. This thing has already been through so much. It's gotten rained on. It got thrown around in my luggage, and it's still in pretty good shape. So,
heck yeah.
I'm
Crispy, reach out to Papa.
Helps with the stimming sometimes.
You know, people make fun of trouble.
You don't even know the half of it.
Boom. Fidget dog. I've had this for a while. I'm a firm believer in fidgets, whether it's autism or nervous tics. I don't like that they got banned from schools, but I understand it. We're being annoying with it. But I think they come in quite handy. These hands always have to be doing something. I'm one of those, my knees always bouncing. So this right here, this is a good one. It's got good sound if you're into that kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
Don't know what to do in one hand. I really want to carry and use my kimono. But on the other hand, it's Sharif's first model under his own brand, and I don't think they'll ever get made again. Let me answer for Sharif. A knife's destiny is to be used. There's only 6 of these bad boys, and I've been using them. And it's my kind of usage, cutting food. But use that thing. I think Sharif would appreciate seeing the scuffs and scratches and marks all over it.
I do.
He uses prototypes. Use that thing. Send it to Kyle to sharpen if you don't know how to sharpen, but put it to work.
Yeah.
But Sharif, you can answer.
No, you literally answered exactly what I would say.
Yeah.
They won't get made again, but that's the whole point of the spares. You know? Use the thing, gets like it's also the reason for the finish, you know? I chose that finish because it tells a story of use. You know? So
yep.
Don't be
saying
scared.
that needs to be used.
Don't be scared. It's just a knife.
Scuff it up. But that's good, Yako. And good morning.
Hell yeah.
Gotta run to the store. Have fun, Arshir. I hope you accomplish your task of going to work and going home. You're right. That's fair. Use it. Scuff it up.
Yeah, dude. 100%.
Yeah. I even like this is old Lungbones prototype. I just cleaned it, but there's only a couple prototypes out there, and I'm using this bad boy.
Yes, sir.
Laura, no. There's only 6 right now.
Yeah, of the spoofy premium one. The full dress rather.
This one.
But there are more. There's going to be a pre-order for them. I'm thinking next week.
You got to speak up. Exactly. Heck yeah, Stevie. I'm proud of you.
This is something that actually is like a real psychological prerogative. They've shown in studies that like when somebody wrongs you, if you don't respond, it actually negatives your mental state over the long term.
It can haunt you for years.
Yeah, even if you are not consciously aware of it, it becomes part of like a body of evidence that your own brain will use against you, you know? And it's unfortunate because like in today's society, we're so like averse to confrontation that when somebody like crosses the line and does need to be responded to, the person who was wronged is meant to feel guilty about reacting to being wronged, you know? So what Stevie did is actually very, very healthy from like a mental health standpoint. And good on you, Stevie.
And see me, I would have kept my mouth shut. I don't do well with confrontation. Because when I do confront, it's very
yeah. That I try to contain mine because I'm similar to you, Maddie. Like if I'm going to confrontation level, like I don't have a de-escalate button a lot of times. You know?
bring on the awkward silence. Let's see, I rumble in awkward silence. I like silence, but not when it's awkward. Experiences shape was long known, maybe long term.
No, what he's saying, like
No?
The fact that experiences shape us has long been known to be the case.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Yeah. I've had many awkward situations. A lot of them happen on live streams too. Speaking with intention and watching my tone. And a lot of times when you're confronting or trying to express things through text, there's no emotion conveyed with it. And so people often read it wrong.
Yeah.
KC!
What up, Casey?
Never any silence. But good morning. See, I was just having a conversation with Eli because he's also the same way. He can't stop talking. Same with Izzy. And I was like, sometimes you can just be with someone and just not talk at all. Just the fact that you're there is good enough.
Mm-hmm.
Because we were trying to get him to hang out with his mom, and Eli really wanted to play the computer. And he was like, well, she's not doing anything. And I was like, it doesn't matter. Sometimes just the fact that you're there sitting with her while she's doing whatever, it means the world to her.
Mm-hmm.
Computers will come and go. But, you know, people aren't going to be around forever.
Yeah.
You gotta enjoy that time.
100%.
My problems right now surround stress caused by financial, medical, and family issues. Ooh, Kathleen, I heard that, but hopefully you're doing good with it.
Yeah.
But I like when you come around, hopefully, like on Wednesdays, that the joy helps the day go by easier. Oh, not this stuff here. This is a good place. DW. Hello, good morning. I try to be quiet, but I often fail. I like being quiet, but speaking up is good though. Oh, out in the woods, yes.
Yeah, definitely need to. It's not a bad thing to advocate for oneself, for sure.
Don't do the troll stuff on Mental Health Mondays, please.
Yeah, this is not a troll safe environment.
Someone's just there with me. See, yes, just chilling with someone. You don't have to have conversations or nothing. You just being there. Like I think Steve Clare said it the best when he was like, I can sit there and nod my head and just say, that sucks, man.
Yeah.
That was perfect.
I apologize for my blankness on screen. I'm just getting some water.
Shreve's getting a hydration. Yako, yeah. But what are you doing to work on it? Like, what's your strategies to stay calm, quiet, and patient? Know thyself, know the enemy. 1,000 battles, 1,000 victories. Sun Tzu. Oh, heck yeah, Yako. That's awesome. Usually quiet so you're not. See, that's the explosive part, right? But how is everyone doing? KC, have an awesome day.
Yeah, have a good one, Casey.
Strategy is a mandatory 1-hour cooldown before jumping into action. Smart. Think it through. Think it through. Was that your idea, the counselor's idea? I think that could that goes for a lot of people. I'd say it often. One of my biggest issues is the road rage.
Mm.
And one of those, what are you doing, you freaking idiot? You know,
Yeah.
you don't really get an hour to cool down before some guy cuts you off.
For sure. Jeez.
But that's where these little things can come in handy. Or, you know, like Javon's old days, he would just drive and flick a knife.
Yeah.
Drive and flick.
Yeah, Madiako, I understand that. I understand that completely. That's something that I contend with also. Some days I wake up and it's almost like I have too much energy and my brain is just running so fast that it's overwhelming to the point where it's like I can't even focus on one specific thing to do. And so I don't do anything, you know, because I'm just waiting for that intensity to like subside a little bit, you know. And that can be its own form of debilitating. So, yeah, good on you for developing strategies.
Yeah, Mr. Yako, that's good.
Yeah.
And Kyle, yeah, doing the email. We used to do the write it down in a journal and then crumple it or burn it.
Mm-hmm.
Put all your anger into that.
What up, Fook? What up, Paul Mills?
But I mean, yeah, when you need to write to a person like that, that's a good idea. Let it stew. Not out of anger or anything, but this for me has been working for those late night browsing sessions when you're like just shopping, bored shopping. Don't purchase it that night. Leave it in the cart and go back the next day, and you'll be like, man, why did I add that to my cart?
Yeah.
It's been working.
If you still want it in the morning, then you really want it. And if you still are unsure, if you still want it a couple of days later, then that means you really want it.
Folk Doozle. How you doing? Oh, drama, I know.
Yeah, totally crispy.
Luckily, there hasn't been too much in the knife community. Most of the drama people have been RUNNOFT. Name that movie, Sharif.
RUNN? I have no idea.
I paralysis sometimes when I'm overloaded. More than sometimes.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, same boat, man, my dude.
But you do have that cool lake to chill out next to.
Oh, that is awesome.
Yeah, he did a live stream once, and he walked down this pier. Yeah, Blue got it. He walked down this pier, and it's just a lake. That's a good place to gather thoughts.
Oh, yeah, brother, we're out. That's awesome.
Make sure to burn crazy internet ideas or threats. It becomes evidence.
Kyle, I know a dude who late night drunk bought a Land Rover.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wish I had those kind of money problems.
Yeah.
I'll just buy this Land Rover real quick.
Dude was an idiot. Hilarious, super fun, but idiot.
Fook Doozle, well, welcome. Welcome.
That's understandable, Fook. It's not easy to discuss and be vulnerable with some of the challenges that we're facing, but that was Maddie's idea with doing the Mental Health Mondays, was really to show and develop a safe space. I mean, I hate to use that term because it's got such almost like a negative connotation now, but like a safe space for us in the community to kind of discuss our issues, at the very least vent and seek assistance, if you're comfortable with that. So
we're not professionals by any means, but we just open the windows to holler through.
Yeah.
And people in the chat, like Yako's been discussing some of his strategies. You can take pieces of those or take the whole strategy, apply it to what is going on with you.
Yeah.
I have gained a lot from this, and a few other people have said they have. So I think it's awesome, and it's not just something I started. I think it's something everybody needed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gets hot out there, Kathleen. Oof. Ooh, heck yeah, I got a new chair.
Nice.
You know what? I keep buying new chairs, or I did, and I keep coming to this old lady chair. Kathleen, no offense.
I don't think there was until you said that.
Well, this came out of an old lady's house, but it's got like, I don't know, the material feels like carpet, but I always come back to this one.
Hey, that's awesome, man.
Stevie went to the dentist. He yelled at the dentist because the dentist was disrespectful.
Yeah, massively disrespectful. I love the idea that a dentist thinks that the only reason people don't want to see him is because they can't financially, when the reality is, like, statistics show dentist is like the least is like the place that people want to go the least, in terms of like their self-care. So what a douche.
Yeah. And see, Fook. Oh, you see, it said appreciate. Yeah, this kind of stuff happens too. You see people form bonds, like, and then people often say, reach out anytime. Crispy does bro checks all the time.
Yeah.
I definitely appreciate them.
I love Crispy for that, because like I can't always respond to him, in a timely fashion. But just seeing the messages from Crispy means so much to me. Like, I can't ever really express how grateful I am. Like, he'll have stuff going on in his own life, and yet he still checks in, and it's like, that's a good one, man. So
Yep.
there's awesome people in this community who will be there for you. Dang, that got me to tear up a little bit. Sorry.
Yeah, make sure you all message Crispy too, because he's kind of going through it. I won't say what, but
yeah,
just let him know you love the dude, even if you don't. But how could you not? It's Crispy.
Yeah, love Crispy to death, man.
All the way. Oh, see, that's good. I can't change the wheels on this one. Well, maybe I can. I don't know. I like it as is. The wheels on this chair are made out of like concrete or something. Heck yeah, Dana. I'm glad you're here.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
You don't have 2K today? Yeah. Conflicts, I force myself to reflect and journal. There you go. Learn from your history. Learn from your past. How could you do this differently?
Very good on you, man. People are usually really blind to repetitive behaviors, so yeah, really good on you.
Yeah. I'm one of them. Papa, I'll give you a bro check. People give Papa a bro check. He's about to move into some new land and a cool house.
Heck yeah. Oh.
Stevie does look like he's homeless. Good morning, good afternoon. For me, it's morning, but yeah, I think afternoon for the East Coasters.
Yeah.
Hello, Gary. Good morning.
What up, Gary?
Also, I forgot to say hello, Jay. That's a good question. Blue, things getting back to normal?
Yeah.
I hope you're doing good, Blue.
And also glad to see Gary coming into the lives more. I know he was stressed out for a while, and I don't know. I like chatting with Gary. I like seeing him around for some reason. I mean, really, screw that guy. But it's always nice to. I had a nice little chat with Gary yesterday, so real pleasure, man. Suck it, Gary.
Okay. Getting there. Looking for a new place. Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, that's tends to be my issue too. I tunnel vision into my life. That's if there's something that I wish I could be better about and I just have not figured out a good strategy for it. I have friends from college that like I haven't talked to in almost like the last year because I've been so focused on Megana Steel in my spare time, and I feel like such a piece of crap for like not talking. It's like it just takes a text, but for some reason I know it's going to lead to more conversations and more obligations and more sort of like, oh, well, let's do this, or oh, do you have time for that, and this and that. And it's like I'm not prepared to deal with the demand, but like that's not a reason to not reach out to people and talk to them. You know what I mean? And I wish I had a better strategy for like getting past that, but it's difficult when people start having full-blown lives, like kids, families, responsibilities, etc. Like finding those times, just I don't know, it feels a lot more challenging. Like being able to do live streams and stuff like that, and Instagram group chats, it's makes life a lot easier for me.
I'm definitely the worst at reaching out. I suck at it. The live streams are like my way of doing it.
Yeah.
I've been trying to use my phone less and less because I've been glued to it, but I'm terrible at reaching out to everybody. Even Katie, I don't even text her that often. I'll talk to her when she's here.
Yeah, exactly.
Luke, I think that's a common theme.
You
always want to help out others while negating your stuff, but you got to worry about you too.
I know this is a very, 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 very big cliche that people say when they hear things like this, but it makes a lot of sense once you fully internalize it. You can't help others if you don't take care of yourself first, right? It's like the whole thing of like, when you're on an airplane, if there's any trouble, they tell you put on your mask first before you help the person next to you. It's because if you're not getting the air, you're not going to be able to like be aware enough to take care of the people around you. Same thing with everything else in your life, right? Like if you don't eat, you won't have the energy to feed somebody else. So If you internalize that comment and think about it every time you get into a situation like this where you're focusing on other people's problems, you'll realize that like you're not leaving enough for yourself, and that's most important, because you won't have the energy to be there the next time the person needs you. So, yeah,
That's a good point.
uh,
That's why I'm glad you're here, Sharif. You're good with the words and stuff and the thinks.
I suppose I'm not. Apparently, not really, but you know.
And Joe, that's awesome. Those little steps. Just do a tiny little thing, and the rest will follow.
Yeah.
I have to stop playing with that. I keep clacking it.
Yeah, Gary.
Awesome, Joe. Oh, sorry.
I was going to say, don't let yourself get that mad. Nothing is worth it to that level.
Get it, little wolf.
Yeah, good on you, dude.
What's up, Dylan? How you doing, Dylan?
Dylan.
Well, Gary, we'll keep you calm and relaxed, probably. But hopefully, let's see. When I'm angry, some of the things that help me are strategies I use. I teach kids in OT. The deep breathing definitely works. I try to do it while, road raging. Sometimes it works. The fidgets help. So Gary, what is a strategy that would work for you? Everyone's different. What works for you, Sharif?
Dealing with anger. Believe it or not, my deep sense of existential dread helps, because I don't think anything matters that much to get that angry about. The last time I did get particularly angry was I found out that, so there's like a small hole in the wall Italian place nearby that is probably the best Italian food in the entire area. But it's like in a strip mall across from a gas station. So it's not like Pinky's out fancy. I found out that the owner of the place disrespected my dad.
Oh.
And that pretty much threw me into a full-blown seeing red, I'm going to destroy this guy's business kind of mindset. This was actually yesterday,
Oh.
And what helped with that is realizing that nothing is that important, right? Like, this guy is a little, a guy with a really small and weak ego, where he feels that, like, okay, maybe my dad doesn't have enough status or whatever prominence in the community, so he's not going to give him the time of day. And it's like, yeah, but dude, you have a crappy little restaurant across from a gas station that's known for having bad service, and the only redeeming quality is your food. Like, karma will get you if you live your life like that, So, don't need to burn my energy on account of that. Now, had I seen that first person face to face, that would have been a different result. I don't know that I would have been able to contain my anger in that moment, but Yeah.
That kind of fits with what we teach in OT and speech therapy. Is we always say, is that a big problem or a little problem?
Yeah.
And a
Exactly.
lot of times the kids, they'll stop and they'll wonder, is not getting these apples right now a big problem or a small problem? I'll get them in 5 minutes. And that helps them realize.
Yep. Yep. That's an interesting facet that like anxiety generated by the pressure to do something immediate. A lot of people who struggle with ADD and depression actually deal with that in particular. There's like a pressured speech, pressured mentality, and like you feel hurt if you can't like get it out, you know.
That's a good point, Sharif.
Yeah.
Out of sports, Bob. Woodwork and sharpen. The stress of loneliness, anxiety, and disability melts away.
Yeah.
That's a good outlet you got there, though.
Yeah.
I like the without cutting yourself part. In parentheses, that's pretty important as well. But that's it sounds like you found your thing to help you.
That's a huge thing. Having a hobby is incredibly important, and a hobby that you have no desire to like make it into a business, or like, I know everybody's like, oh, you need to have side hustles, this and that. Like, not everything needs to be doing something for the sake of something, sometimes just having fun, relaxing, polish shoes. Polishing my boots always relaxed me. I got really into that for a while.
Shoe polishing?
Just polishing my own stuff, like taking care of my leather, and because it was an easy way for me to just shut my brain off, and be attentive to details and just really feel it, and what I was doing. I don't know. It just worked for my brain,
I haven't heard anyone say shoe polishing before, but
Yeah.
I have seen videos where people go to like the shoe cleaner people polishers. It looks pretty relaxing.
Oh no, I'm not talking about that. I'm like talking. I'll set up my coffee table. I'll bring out all of my pairs of like leather shoes, put them on like a towel, and I'll have like a whole like system where I sit down and I really work like the grain, the leather, getting all nice and clean, getting out scuffs, and all of that stuff.
That's what I meant. Not the guy sitting there getting it done. The one
Oh
doing.
yeah.
I think some of that ties in with the fact that you get to watch something go from dirty to clean.
Yeah.
That always makes well, maybe not always, but that helps make someone feel good.
Yeah.
See things getting done.
Yeah.
See, Joe, there you go.
Yeah, dude. 100%.
And Dana, you should share some of your, if you want, some of your work.
Yeah.
That you do. We have a lot of people with some really cool talents in this community. That's good, Gary. I do miss my cats. I don't want cats again, but I miss them.
Oh yeah, animals are amazing.
We have our doggy now. You cheating on me? A screaming match. And that's what it is. That's what we're all chasing right there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, heck yeah. See, Donnie used to do it too.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. There's something you go into like a Zen place. You know, I'm sure anybody here kind of understands that, where it's just you're just doing and the world melts away and it's you and the task that's in front of you. That's it. It's a beautiful feeling.
That's pretty cool.
Dude.
Hey, I loved my cats, but I mean, it was our cats were strictly indoor, so I could never leave like my door open during the nice months, which is December.
Mhm.
So I couldn't like leave my door open, get that breeze in here, and I don't miss the litter box, but I miss them. We had them as kittens, and they died of old age.
Heck yeah.
They had good lives, but I do miss them all cuddly. See,
Oh,
that's 0 bytes.
0 bytes, you got to show us some of the stuff you doodle, dude.
Yeah. Oh, Papa's allergic to kitties. Ooh. Yeah.
I am depending on their dander. Some of them don't bother me, but some of them make me super allergic, so I understand. Dude, Donnie, isn't it nice to have like your own boots like at a certain point? Like I have a pair, I've already resold them once, and they have traveled the world with me, quite literally. Like I wore them when I was at the pyramids. I wore them when I was at the Acropolis, you know? Like I've had them for like 20 years now, and something about a good pair of boots just hits me right here.
Here we go. I was looking around for a proper mental health Monday instead of goat and the other video. I'll give you this one.
Hell yeah, dumb. All of that just for dink.
You only heard the one sound?
Yeah, I only heard one.
This plays You Are My Sunshine.
Oh.
This is one of my most prized possessions. Eli gave.
Oh.
He had a maid or something, I think he said. But you got to pick out the song and they put in there, put a little quote inside. I keep it with me right here. I keep a picture of Izzy right here. Now I showed these on Wednesday. Eli's been dabbling into his comic books. So I got those right here. But most everything I do is for those two turds over there, passed out on the couch.
As it should be, man.
Gary, you're weird.
Dude, Gary, I do this too.
He told me to say it. He said, call me weird. But Gary, yeah, I definitely do that. I think we all do.
Yeah.
I think that's why a lot of people in the knife community, you appreciate knives like Donnie's knives, Sharif's designs, Eli's comics. I have some of his art up here. Joe's Jank, Jake's Jank, Hanks from Yako and Forrest, and all the cool stuff. It's definitely pretty cool getting to enjoy all the stuff that people are good at.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't do any of it. None of it.
I'm
So
with you, though.
It's just awesome. 4 years ago, I never would imagine I'd know all these people that could just make stuff from nothing and be rock stars at it.
Heck yeah. Yeah, you know what? Fair. I agree. It's been a crazy like 5 years, hasn't it?
It has.
That's another good thing, Maddie, that you just brought up. it's worth it to take a minute even just to like look back at where you were, a few years ago, and like realize how far you've come, you know? Uh, like, uh, I'll give you a good reference point, okay?
Yeah, go.
10 years ago or 12 years ago, my mom passed. 11 years ago, I graduated from my design program. 10 years ago, I was borderline suicidal because of the depression that I was still struggling through after the passing of my mom. So that's 10 years ago to just about this time. So pretty amazing trajectory if you think about it, to go from being in that sort of place to where I am now. And I know I'm not special in that. All of you in the chat have your own version of that, So, and if you're on the low swing of that, like 10-year outlook, realize like in 10 years, it's going to swing back up. You know what I mean? Nothing stays in one place for too long, So, yeah, time changes a lot.
It does. And it's even less than 10 years. But in 10 years, you'll have made huge strides.
Yeah, you'll be in a totally different place.
Let's see, where was I 5 years ago? I didn't have my awesome job. Almost did. Recovering from COVID. That's what screwed everything up. I was telling you last night. Didn't really have a lot of friends, but now I got, a bunch of online friends, which growing up, they always said, be careful of online people.
Right?
Yet here we are. And I wouldn't change it for anything. There is a lot of good. You live your day, day by day. You don't see these, but if you go back to where you were 2 years, 3 years, 10 years, you'll see all the progress you've made. And that's awesome, Gary. That's awesome.
That's true, man. Cats do really care about you, even if they don't always express it. They genuinely do.
True. Oh, our cats would. Our cats were very expressive. That's awesome. You got some good ones, Gary. Paxton in orbit. Hey, he picked it out from me. And it clearly says best dad. The others are cheap knockoffs, clones. The real deal. They wouldn't even sit upright when I got back. That sounds like a normal cat. Oh, that's awesome. Have a good day, Fook Doozle. Joe, that's awesome.
Let it poop.
I kind of do the same. A lot of stuff I do, like, there's a lot of days where you don't feel like going to work, but you think about like your boys or whatever kids you have, and you realize you're doing it for them. It definitely helps.
Gives you purpose.
The Simpsons is often a big motivation for me, but there was one scene where they're like, there's no pictures of Maggie, and Homer goes, oh, there's pictures, and then it zooms into his work and he has a plaque that used to say, remember, you're here forever, but then he turned it into do it for her, and it's a bunch of pictures of Maggie.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. It's correct. Do it for them. Oh, you sent leather picture? Oh, heck yeah.
Sweet.
I'll share those in a second. Let me get caught up, and then I'll share them. Greg, how you doing, Greg? Have a good day, Neil.
Good, Neil.
Oh, you'll be a rock star, Donnie. You will. Well, I mean, you kind of already are. People are loving the blessed knives.
Yes, sir.
Knives legit gave me purpose after losing my 20s to drugs and most of my 30s to what started as a great relationship and ended terribly. I was really struggling. Then I almost died and found knives. See, you've been through it. And now you're here. You make us laugh on Wednesdays. All your little cool 3D printed middle fingers.
Yeah, man.
I'm glad you're here, Paul.
Me too. Paul's awesome, legit.
Well, I mean, let's hit the brakes. Okay. Just kidding. I'm glad you're here, Paul. You too, Mr. Yako. Greg appreciates you, Sharif.
Thank you, Greg. Thank you. Appreciate you too, man.
Paul, that's awesome. Everyone has a purpose. Sometimes it takes a while to find it.
Yeah. I think that's one of the number one things for people that hurts their mental health is a loss of identity and a loss of purpose. You know, and if you can recognize and address those things in your life, then that's half the battle, you know?
Yeah. Here's some of the leather.
Oh, nice.
Probably this bracelet too. Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah.
I like the diamond pattern stuff.
Me too.
Oh, this is the Aries book, huh? Oh yeah, it says it right there. Notebook for Aries book. Yeah, that's cool. Dang, I've seen people like Paul. He was talking about watching leather channels. I watched leather getting done, and that stuff's hard. I'm assuming because I've never done it.
I appreciate
that's awesome. Pissing myself drunk every night, lost in inadequacy and lack of purpose. This community and sobriety helped me find purpose, which we all need.
Agreed.
100%, Mr. Yako, and I'm glad you're here. I'm glad everyone's here. And if you don't know your purpose, you will find it. It's out there. Some people, they get it right away. Some people, it takes time.
Yep.
But it's out there. I believe I found mine in OT. That's where, for the first time in my life, I had a passion for what I was doing. And and you know, I was thrown into it. When I went to college, I specifically said, I don't want mental health and I don't want to work with kids ever. Hands down, I will quit school. And they gave me, because we have to do like go do the job during school, like an internship, and they gave me mental health and kids.
The very things that you're like, no, by no means, no how, here.
Sometimes, whether you like it or not, you get pulled a direction that you're super uncomfortable with.
Mm-hmm.
And things work out. When I did the mental health, it was in a lockdown unit. Like I had to take the shoelaces out of my shoes to go in there. And we would do groups with these people, and they would tell their stories. And some had schizophrenia and paranoia. Depression was a huge one. I watched people get the
ECT.
Yes. And you know, hearing their stories and where they came from, it was definitely eye-opening.
Yeah.
And then I went to the kids and I was like, man, I hate kids. I don't know what I'm going to be doing. And then you see all these kids who, a lot of times in the autism field, kids with disabilities. Like, I found personally at least 60%, if not more, the dad, he's gone.
Mm,
You don't want to deal with it. And then sometimes it's both parents, and you have a kid that's been forgotten.
that's the worst.
Yes. And so I started realizing this instead of like the kid just being difficult. It's like, no, the kid was thrown. He's already got enough issues, or she, and now their whole world is upside down. And so it becomes like you want to do what's best for that kid and help them as much as you can. And I love it. The school I work at is we have a lot of the kids that have been kicked out of districts. They're the forgotten ones. And it's awesome watching kids go from like some of them not talking, they're nonverbal, to like you can't get them to be quiet. They just chat up storms. It's awesome.
That's cool.
And that's what drives me for work. I don't even consider it work. I love going.
That's awesome.
But all that just to say, I believe that's my purpose. This job is what kept me from moving. Remember, I kept saying I'm moving to Indiana or somewhere. This job is what's keeping me here in this godforsaken hellhole. The surface of the sun. Oh, Dylan. I can almost feel that. My birthday is June 21st, and my brother died on July 3rd. About three years ago. I wish I knew about mental health back then. But you can't rewind time and you can't fix the past. But yeah, I feel you.
Sorry to hear about that, Dylan. I didn't know about that.
But I'm glad you're here.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're doing good now.
Yeah, we love Dylan.
Yeah, nobody is completely mentally healthy. I like that, Kathleen.
Oh, definitely not. Yeah, like the more you learn about mental health, the more you realize that everything's on a sliding scale. And it's kind of like when you play like a role-playing game, like an RPG, it's just stats of how effed up we are. Some people are a little bit more in these categories. Somebody is a little bit higher in those categories, lower in these. It's just about who works with what and whom.
Greg, the joke I like is my doctor said I'm morbidly obese. And Yako, we are born into a mentally ill world and we're taught to shun it, silence it, deal with it on your own. And that's what this is for. You're not supposed to deal with that on your own or keep it inside. Otherwise, you explode.
Yeah, definitely.
Paul, you've made it. Mr. Snoggins and Remy and Roz, if you're there.
What up, Bobo?
And One Moon, how you doing, sir?
Hey, what up, One Moon?
Love making stuff for people. Just may run out of people to give things to. You should start selling it. If you got awesome talents, like I keep trying to tell Joe to sell his stuff. I want to buy stuff. Ain't nothing wrong with getting a little scratch on the side for your hard work.
It's true.
And Papa, I'm sorry you feel that way. I'm definitely to blame. But hopefully that last package you got a while ago helps. I suck at reaching out to people. I do. But I'll try not to make you feel that way. Unprocessed trauma. That's true, Mr. Yako.
I was talking about that with my dad the other day, you know, And I really wish, if you guys don't know already, I've said it before, my dad's a psychiatrist. Both my parents were. So I have a connection. We discuss mental health a lot. And one of the things that I was kind of saying to him was like, it's interesting how many of us and how many different people are struggling with their own sort of like mental state. And then, you have children and they get your genetics, and then they're learning from how you've tried to cope with things, but then they, through their own experiences, they have their own challenges, and everybody is just trying to figure stuff out. And we don't give one another the space to, or the understanding and space to say everyone's fighting through something, right? Like, as a kid, you never think about your parents' mental health, for example, right? At least I didn't. But man, if I would have been able to be conscious of that when I was like 15, 16, maybe I wouldn't have been such a little dick to my parents.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I realized it later, and I made a point to tell my folks, like, hey, you guys did a great job, but not everybody gets to hear that. And not everybody has that realization. You know what I mean? So yeah, like Maddie, when you're in your road rage, kind of state, be like, it doesn't hurt to take a moment to say, I wonder why this person is behaving like an idiot. Maybe they've got some stuff going on deeper in their lives. You know what I mean? And I hope somebody would be tolerant of me when I'm, in that sort of mind space, down the road,
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's a good point. Because a lot of times the drivers I yell at, I've made the very same mistakes.
Isn't it funny? Yeah, me too.
That's a good point.
Perfect.
You almost killed me. But I did that like 2 weeks ago as well. Blue, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Greg, I hope things get better for you. Hopefully this kind of stuff helps. Hearing from the community lets you know you're not alone.
Yeah.
I think that's a big thing. You're not alone. Titanium Justin, my friend, how you doing?
You.
Dylan, yep. Like Steve said, just someone to shake their head and go, man, that sucks. Doing everything for my youngest because the age of 11 years. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Subacute rehab, cardiopulmonary specialist, dream job, and then bad accident, head injury, paraplegic, 3 months in rehab.
Dang.
Oh, man. Well, I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, seriously. Head injuries are no joke.
And I'm glad you're here. I do love OT, though. PTs can be pretty rough. But OT's awesome. See, and Gary's daughter's an OT. And Gary, I believe he just had OT and PT. Oh, heck yeah, Greg. See, there you go.
Nice.
Oh, man, Papa. Hopefully you found him, and I'm glad you're here. Wow.
Yeah, that's rough.
Oh, that's not a bad idea.
Right?
And yes, Justin, that's excellent advice. I had to do the same as well. But yep. Yep.
Yeah, I will support this, you know. If you have a doctor that's not listening to you and not hearing your feedback, or you're not comfortable with what they're doing, which is different than telling them what to do, right? Like, if you don't feel comfortable that they're hearing you, don't be afraid to switch, you know.
Yep.
My whole health issues that I've had as a result of using Ozempic, Manjaro, like that kind of stuff, is partially a byproduct that the therapist that I was using wasn't listening to me when I was telling her that, like, I'm exhibiting all of the symptoms of this being bad for me. And she was like, no, 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 it's okay. You know, you're just doing the process wrong, blah, 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 blah. And yeah, lo and behold, I was actually doing damage to myself, you know. So I stopped going to her because she just would not listen to me, would not address issues that I felt were important. So be your own advocate in your own mental health, or your health in general.
But that's awesome. Titanium, Justin. And Greg. But it'll grow back, though. It'll grow back. Unless you're like me, it'll grow back in like 16 years. But hopefully you're not. Hopefully it'll come back. Had a full leg cast on. I was getting ready for an important function and my clippers broke halfway through. Oh, halfway shaved face.
That's hilarious.
Ooh, shady. You had the other end. See, that would be tough.
Yeah, that is tough.
Facetious disorder. Munchausen sounds very familiar.
Oh, yeah.
Dang. But you're an awesome dude, so hopefully it helped you grow, and hopefully your mom's doing good now. Mr. Some Dude, how you doing, my friend?
Hey, what up, some dude? It's a safe space for that, man.
It is. It is. I hope everything's good now.
Yeah,
It's good for everybody, Gary.
yeah, it's true.
I'm glad you don't act on those thoughts.
Yeah, before I moved to California, I had a friend who took his own life, and I've talked about this before. It still haunts me, and that was 2003. The pain of that never goes away for the people in your life.
Nope.
So
I'm glad you're here, Gary. Through thick or thin.
yeah, you can suck it, but don't suck it that hard.
Yeah, Gary, you can always suck it. You're a grumpy son of a gun, but we love you.
Yeah, it was great.
Party of 1922. I bet you'd be an awesome dad, Mimo.
Yeah, good on you, man. That's a hell of a character. You know,
You stayed put. You're helping raise that kid. That's an awesome achievement right there.
yeah.
Usually, the stuff I've seen, like I said earlier, usually dads split.
Yeah, says a lot about you, dude.
Yes, it takes a strong person to stick around. I'm not putting blame on the dads that split. I mean, it's hard.
Yeah,
A little bit of blame. They should stick through it, but it's tough. I'm glad you're doing it though, Nemo. I'm glad.
For sure.
And people don't realize, well, some do, but a lot of people don't realize, like, with some kids, depending on how disabled they are, it's like raising a child your entire life.
Mm-hmm.
I get to watch these two grow. Eventually they'll move out, but some families don't get that. They're going to have this adult child forever.
Yeah.
And it can be a strain. It can be frustrating at times. That's why it's good to ask for help when needed as well. And
yeah.
But I'm glad you're doing it, Mimo. Back in the old days, a lot of these kids would have been thrown in an asylum or worse.
Yeah.
They didn't really get to stick around.
Yeah. It's this is one of my favorite quotes I think Crispy has ever said.
I do like that.
Yeah. That's pretty damn awesome.
That is awesome, Crispy. Iggy, have a good day at work too, as well.
Yeah. Love you, Iggy. Send Joe our love.
Yes. Joey Bag of Donuts.
Yeah.
Good morning, Urban.
What up, Urban?
God works in mysterious ways. Both my parents are passed. Yes, I'm in a good place. Took years.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good, Shitty. I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, absolutely.
And this ties in with what you said earlier. You know, look at yourself 10 years ago to now. There will be that upward swing.
Mm-hmm. And depression is not something that, you know, ever... I kind of think about depression kind of like cigarettes. Cigarettes is one of the hardest things to quit. It's always something that's going to kind of come back or kind of even just sit in the background of your life, but it's not something that has to dominate your existence. You know, once you develop your tools and recognize it, and you know, you'll be able to defeat it quicker each time. You know, so.
That's good, Mimo. Maybe it is, Urban. Maybe it is. I'll see. And Justin's willing to talk with anyone. Might even slide into your DMs.
There you go.
Four beautiful ladies and a wonderful wife. Awesome.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Oh, there it is. Praising their kids. Yes. That's why I changed it to like, there's some blame.
Yeah.
You do have to be strong to raise a child with disabilities, especially severe ones. And a lot of times the dad, even the mom, they just don't have what it takes. And
Yeah.
sometimes it would be better for the dad to go, because and then you're going to end up dealing with abuse through resentment and
Ooh, that's way worse.
yes, I've seen it all. The field of especially kids with disabilities, those guys do not have it easy.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'm glad I get to help make their lives easier and better. Awesome. You did the lawn. Now you're just chilling.
Heck
Awesome. Yeah. Check that off the to-do list. He did carpentry. That's cool. That's cool. No, not a blanket reprieve. No. We complain loudly when the dad left just because he sucks. Heck yeah, Shady. Heck yeah. Everybody has special needs. We all need to connect. We all have things to share. Everybody's lacking in some place that others can help build up.
True. Very true.
And then there's Paul. Well, it's been almost 2 hours.
Yeah.
You want to keep going or cut it short?
Yeah, I think I'm good here.
I gotta get ready for my own health.
Yeah, I was gonna say, give you a little time to get ready. Give me a little time to come down and then re-engage with the stuff I got to do today as well. So
yeah,
I'm down. Hey, Mark Parks, what up, dude?
It's too early. He's in college now. That's awesome, Papa. That is awesome. See, you were the strong one that he needed. We need more of that. That is awesome.
Yeah, heck yeah.
But yeah, everyone, do a bro check on someone. Give lots of love to everyone. Do your 5-minute challenge. Do something. Check something off. Mark Pox, how you doing? Oh, so you're a junior? But, I'll see you on Wednesdays. Tonight is Pocket Metal. I feel like there was someone else, but I can't remember who. And I'm not trying to be mean, but I forgot. My memory sucks. That's good though, Papa. You've overcome it.
Yeah.
That's awesome. But everyone, have an awesome night. I'll see you guys on Wednesday and all the other lives. But yeah, just have an awesome day, everyone.
Yeah. Be good to yourselves.